Hi guys, today we are going to learn about blood supply of brain. Before going to learn about blood supply of any organ, we should know the aorta. So let's look at aorta. Aorta has three parts which are ascending aorta, arch of aorta and descending aorta. Now the arch of aorta gives three branches. First one is the brachiocephalic trunk, second one is the left common carotid artery and third one is left subclavian artery. Now the brachiocephalic trunk gives another branch which is right common carotid artery and next one is the right subclavian artery. Now for the blood supply of brain we are related with the branches of common carotid artery, that is internal carotid artery and external carotid artery. Like that of left common carotid artery, here are the two branches, internal carotid artery and external carotid artery. And next artery which is important for blood supply of brain is the vertebral artery, which is the branch of right subclavian artery, which in turn is the branch of brachiocephalic artery. So, taking in consideration of blood supply of brain, there is an SAQ on circle of Willis and many more MCQs like arteries, their branches, which arteries supplying which area of the brain and many more like that. Here I have written aorta. First one is the ascending aorta, second one is the arch of aorta and third one is the descending aorta. Now here I have made the branches of arch of aorta. Here you can see this is the brachiocephalic artery and its two branches. This is the right common carotid artery and this is right subclavian artery. Now the blood supply we are considering internal carotid artery and vertebral artery. So here it is internal carotid artery and this one is the vertebral artery. Here arch of aorta, three branches, brachiocephalic artery, left common carotid artery, left subclavian artery. Brachiocephalic artery gives two branches, right common carotid artery and right subclavian artery. Right common carotid artery again divides into two branches, that is internal carotid artery and external carotid artery. Here also arteries of brain, two vertebral arteries and two internal carotid arteries which are important. Now let's look at the vertebral artery. Vertebral artery is the branch of first part of subclavian artery. Here we have seen vertebral artery, that is the branch of left subclavian artery, and here it is the left subclavian artery and its branch vertebral artery. Here it is right subclavian artery and branch vertebral artery. So these two vertebral arteries and these internal carotid arteries are important for blood supply of brain. Now the branches of fourth part is cranial part of vertebral artery. Vertebral artery has four parts, and now let's see the branches of fourth part. First one is the posterior spinal artery, posterior inferior cerebellar artery, which is the largest branch, anterior spinal artery, medullary branches and spinal branches. Two vertebral arteries from both sides unite at lower border of pons. Here you should remember lower border of pons and forms median basilar artery. Now let's see the branches of basilar artery. One thing you should remember, when we study about blood supply of brain, there are five branches of vertebral artery, basilar artery and internal carotid artery. So these are the five branches of basilar artery. First one is the anterior inferior cerebellar artery. labyrinthine artery, pontine branches, superior cerebellar artery, posterior cerebral branches. Now, basilar artery gives posterior cerebral branches, that is right posterior cerebellar artery and left posterior cerebral artery at upper border of pons. Now let's look about internal carotid artery. 5 branches. These 5 branches are of the fourth part of ICA, that is cerebral part. Ophthalmic artery, posterior communicating artery, anterior choroidal artery, anterior cerebral artery and middle cerebral artery. Now, taking BDS in consideration, there is an SEQ on circle of Willis. Circle of Willis is also known as circulus anteriosus, which is situated at brain in the interpeduncular fossa in interpeduncular cistern. Now, the definition of circle of Willis. It is hexagonal arterial circle, or it is an arterial anastomosis between 9 arteries supplying the brain. Now, you should think about why there is anastomosis and why not to right cerebral artery supplies the right half of the brain and left cerebral artery supplies the left half of brain. Just think, if there is no anastomosis and if any artery is blocked, like if right cerebral artery is blocked, then there will be no blood supply to the right half of the brain. So circle of Willis is important. It provides the alternative pathway. If any artery is blocked, it provides alternative pathway for blood supply of brain. Now let's see the relations of circle of Willis. Anteriorly, optic chiasma. Then on each side it is related to cavernous sinus, and on behind it is related to dorsum silli. First of all, you should know the where circle of Willis is actually located. Just imagine 3D. This is this part is anterior to pons and medulla oblongata, and above it's like L, above 2 lines. Here I can't draw it. It's like L. It is anterior. It means it is above this page. Here is cerebral hemispheres located. Means circle of Willis is actually located at this part. Means base of the cerebrum. Sorry, and that vertebral system which is located here. Like here, 2 vertebral arteries forms basilar artery. 2 vertebral arteries form basilar artery. So if you know this 3D imagination, then circle of Willis will be very easy to understand. Now, superior relations of circle of Willis. Circle of Willis surrounds the following structures from before backwards: pituitary stalk, tuber cinereum, mammillary bodies and posterior perforated substance. Now, how circle of Willis is formed? The following arteries enter in the formation: right and left anterior cerebral arteries, anterior communicating artery connecting anterior cerebral arteries. This you will get to know later on as I will show you the diagram. Right and left internal carotid artery, right and left posterior communicating artery, and right and left posterior cerebral arteries. Now, just remember these 3 points. Anteriorly, circle of Willis is formed by anterior communicating arteries and anterior cerebral arteries. Look here, anterior part of circle of Willis which is formed by anterior communicating artery and anterior cerebral arteries. Posterior part. Now, this is the posterior part of circle of Willis which is formed by basilar artery divide into right and left posterior cerebral artery. One thing you should remember, circle of Willis is this hexagonal part, and this vertebral system is not included in circle of Willis. Now let's look how laterally it is formed. Laterally it is formed by posterior communicating artery. Here you can see posterior communicating arteries, and this is the lateral part of the circle of Willis. Posterior communicating artery connects. Now just let me erase this. posterior communicating artery. This one is the posterior communicating artery which connects internal carotid artery. This internal carotid artery comes from below upwards, means it comes from medulla, pons, and as upwards, means imagine it in 3D. You might have learnt in physics, we show it like this, with structures coming upwards and cross like going downwards. So internal carotid artery comes upward, like if I try to show it, it's like this 3D, it's upward coming, and these are the branches of the internal carotid artery. This is middle cerebral artery, this is anterior cerebral artery, and posterior cerebral artery. Posterior communicating artery communicates, means connects internal carotid artery with posterior cerebral artery. This thing which I told you already, if circle of Willis, that is anastomosis of artery supplying brain, is not present, then right half of brain supplied by right vertebral and right internal carotid artery, and left half of brain supplied by left vertebral and left internal carotid artery. So if any artery is blocked, then blood supply will cut. So circle of Willis provides various alternative route for collateral circulation. Now you get to know how important it is. Now let's just look at the summary of the blood supply of various parts of the brain. Blood supply of medulla. Medulla is supplied by the branches from the vertebral artery directly and from its posterior inferior cerebellar branch. Now blood supply of pons. Pontine branches of basilar artery. Now you should remember the branches of basilar artery, vertebral artery, and internal carotid artery, which you will see again and again while studying the blood supply of brain, and there can be framed many more MCQs based on this. Blood supply of midbrain. Midbrain is supplied by branches from arteries forming circle of Willis. Blood supply of cerebellum. Cerebellum is supplied by 3 arteries on each side: superior cerebellar artery, posterior inferior cerebellar artery, anterior inferior cerebellar artery. Now their question arises, how to remember superior cerebellar artery is the branch of which artery, posterior inferior is the branch of which artery, and anterior inferior cerebellar artery is the branch of which artery. So just remember how you can remember it, like here it is the pons, then above is the, here it is the medulla, then above it is, here it is the pons, and here is the cerebellum is located. So posterior cerebral artery, vertebral artery is located in front of medulla, and above it is what means junction of vertebral arteries, and the junction of two vertebral artery gives the basilar artery. So basilar artery is located above. So you should remember that superior part of cerebellum is supplied by superior cerebellar artery. So superior cerebellar artery is the branch of basilar artery. Basilar artery is above. So superior cerebellar is the branch of basilar artery. Posterior inferior, posterior which supplies the posterior part. Now posterior part, so posterior part means below, it is the branch of vertebral artery, and anterior inferior cerebellar artery arises from basilar artery, like here, like the branch goes to cerebellum, anterior parts. So blood supply of different surfaces of cerebral hemisphere. Now before that, let's take a look at this branching pattern of cerebral artery. Cerebral artery branching pattern, it is like cortical, central, and choroidal. So cortical branches supplies outer portion of cerebrum. It enters cortex and known as end arteries, which are short and long end arteries. Central part supplies central part of cerebrum, so corpus, striatum, and internal capsule. This is important. There can be MCQ asked on this central part. It is arranged into 4 groups: anteromedial, anterolateral, posteromedial, and posterolateral. Supplies respective parts of cerebral hemispheres. And choroidal. It is divided into 2: anterior choroidal arteries and posterior choroidal artery. Choroid artery form a network of capillary which project into the ventricles after invaginating the layer of pia mater and emerge forming choroid plexus. So here you should remember this. Now blood supply of different surfaces of cerebral hemispheres. Superolateral middle surface of middle cerebral artery. Now before that you should know all three surfaces are supplied by all three arteries, all three cerebral arteries, that is anterior, posterior and middle cerebral artery. Here superolateral surface is majorly supplied by middle cerebral artery. Just have a look. Here you can see superolateral surface. Here you can see it is the middle cerebral artery. It is majorly supplying the superior cerebral artery, and anterior cerebral artery is also supplying and posterior cerebral artery is also supplying. Like that way, arterial supply of medial and tentorial surfaces. Medial surface is mostly supplied by anterior cerebral artery and inferior surface is mostly supplied by posterior cerebral artery, which you can see I have written here. Medial surface is mostly supplied by anterior cerebral artery and inferior surface which is mostly supplied by posterior cerebral artery. Now just have a look at the diagram of the circle of Willis and I will show you all the branches of vertebral artery and basilar artery. Here it is. Like that I have told you to imagine L, like here it is medulla, then above it is pons, and above like this, above in 3D, just above cerebral hemispheres are situated. So which light it's in, let's look at the inferior view of cerebellum so that it will be easy to understand the circle of Willis. Just this is the inferior view of cerebral hemisphere and circle of Willis. Now look at this. This is the vertebral arteries, two vertebral arteries which ascends up and forms the median basilar artery. Now these are the branches. These are the various branches of the vertebral artery and basilar artery, and above these two branches, these two are the posterior cerebral arteries. This one is the posterior communicating artery, and like that I have told you, internal carotid artery comes upward. This is internal carotid artery. Posterior communicating artery, here it is. It connects posterior cerebral artery with here it is posterior communicating artery, posterior cerebral artery with internal carotid artery. Here it is internal carotid artery, here it is posterior cerebral artery, and this is the posterior communicating artery. This is anterior communicating artery which connects anterior cerebral arteries, which connects two anterior cerebral arteries. This is the artery seen on inferior surface of brain, and this one is the circle of Willis. Here you can see the branches. This one meningeal branch of vertebral artery. This is the anterior spinal artery, posterior spinal artery, then posterior inferior cerebellar artery, posterior inferior cerebellar artery, only branch of cerebral artery which is of the vertebral artery, and another two branches of cerebral artery which are the branches of basilar artery, that is superior cerebellar. One is the superior cerebellar and another is the anterior cerebellar artery. So here we complete blood supply of major parts of the brain: circle of Willis, and midbrain, medulla, pons, cerebellum, cerebral hemispheres and midbrain. So thank you all of you.